Hello everyone, Lorenzo here. Today is a very special day in my sim racing journey because for the first time ever, I am going to be trying to sim race in virtual reality. That's right, I just picked up my brand new Meta Quest 3 and I cannot wait to unbox it, get it set up, and do my first few laps in the rig in VR. I've been reading a lot about VR. It's the most immersion you can get in sim racing, and I am just extremely excited to give this thing a try. There's also a couple of preconceptions that I have about VR. For example, that it can get uncomfortable, that it can get hot, that it can make you nauseous, and these things which I will definitely want to test and see how bad and how real these preconceptions actually are. Now, I'm planning to do a lot of content with the Quest 3, not only actually racing, but also some setup videos and other useful videos that can help you in your VR journey as well. However, for now, in this video, I really want to keep it down to some first impressions of what it feels like to drive in VR from the first time ever. Right now, and I can actually just show you guys quickly, this is what my rig looks like. It's a very nice rig that I'm extremely happy with. If you wanna know more about my rig, you can actually check out my build video. It's a single monitor 27-inch setup, so this has really given me a lot of fun. However, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, recently, especially racing ovals and racing at certain tracks, I keep having more and more and more the craving to be able to really look into corners. I really want to take my immersion to the next level, and that's why I decided to try VR, guys. So I'm gonna try and get everything set up, and let's see how it goes. And alright everyone, so I unboxed my Quest 3 and here it is. I also have the Elite strap, so that's with the extra battery pack at the back, and I'm basically running it using virtual desktop. So it's actually connected to my computer using the Wi-Fi, but I'm also connecting it to a power socket using this cable, so that hopefully the battery doesn't drain as much, because I noticed that in virtual desktop the battery drains pretty quickly. Now, all I've done so far is basically connect this thing to my PC and check some very basic settings, such as my bitrate and other things, which are not even exactly right or optimized just yet, but I will spend more time doing that later. For now, I just kind of want to hop in iRacing and do a few laps and see what it feels like, because I really wanted to give you my unbiased first reaction of being in VR for the first time ever on iRacing. So I'll go and do that, and then later on in my own time, I will refine my settings to try and get a picture that looks good with decent frame rate as well. And of course I will make a dedicated video about that too. But right now this is all about the first drive, the first experience, the first impressions, and also seeing how good it is really outside of the box with minimal tinkering, because I know that it can be really frustrating to get this setup right. But let's see, maybe it will look okay already and we'll be happy. Let's go into iRacing. Let's get on track. Alright everyone, I've just fired up the game, and as you can see, I was a moment ago right underneath that bridge at Okayama. The first impression is already, this is nuts. Oh, here we are again under the bridge. I can look around, there's the menu that we all know and love for the replay control. This is crazy. The only thing that I can say so far that the graphics are not good. This does not look very good, but it's still super cool. Nearby items look okay, but things that are further away are flickering a bit and are not looking great. But this is something that we'll figure out as we go. let's get in the car. Oh, and by the way, we are driving the BMW M4 GT4 today. Let's go in. Oh, that is unbelievable. I'm sitting very high. This is cool. Look, I've got a harness. I've got steering wheel. No, that's unbelievable. Damn, I'm pretty far into the seat. Oh, look at that. Oh, I can look around like this. I have the, I'm getting 90 FPS, which is good. I can only see over that. Oh, that's my logo. Look. I'm not sure what the quality is on the video itself, but for me it does not look great. But oh, look at that. There's something over there. I almost feel like I can reach out and touch it. Like, the detail in the car is actually amazing. Look, there's all kinds of systems and things here. I can kind of look over, but then it kind of stops. But I am definitely sitting a bit too high. Let's try the recentering button here. Let's see if I can get a little bit lower, because I can barely see out of my windscreen. Ah, there we go. I got it. It got recentered perfectly. Now I'm just at the right height. Oh man, this is unbelievable, guys. I am just lost for words. Let's go for a ride. Oh, of course I can't really see my buttons anymore. Oh man, I really wish. Oh. Oh man, this is gonna. Oh man, I swear I'm like almost in tears. This is so cool. It's just too bad that the graphics are so bad right now. Oh, oh wait, guys. Oh man, I just need to get used to this. Yeah, I really need to improve the graphics, because oh, oh, the fact that I can actually look into corners is so good. Oh, that's such a game changer. I love that. I love that so much. I love being able to look into my corners, even though I'm probably missing every single apex. I literally don't know what to say, guys. This is so cool. I'm still getting 90 FPS. Frames are good. Whoa. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just being able to look around like this is so cool. Being able to look at the real dashboard of the real car is just the steering wheel, everything is just unbelievable. But for me, being able to look into the corners is definitely the biggest benefit. Woo!
And so there's a couple of things that I wanted to mention about some of the preconceptions regarding VR that I mentioned earlier in the video. For one, during this session I drove about for 15-20 minutes. I did not get any nausea. I was very happy about that because honestly I was a bit worried that that might happen, that would really ruin the experience, but fortunately I didn't feel that. In terms of comfort, the headset is quite comfortable. I got the Elite strap and it felt fine on my head during these laps. However, it was not a very long time that I wore it for, so I'll definitely have to come back and do another review looking at the long-term usage of VR and how handy and how comfortable it is. But for now, so far so good. And finally, regarding heat, I would say the same thing. Once again, I didn't really use it for long enough to be able to judge it, but for those 15 minutes, the headset did not get that warm. In fact, the temperature was quite similar to when I first put it on at the end of the session. So yeah, I mean, all in all, good experience, and I felt comfortable, and I mean, I was so distracted by the immersion and all that and the excitement that it was perfectly fine. But we'll definitely come back and do a long-term review when the honeymoon phase wears out to see how I feel about VR and what the long-term review will be like. Alright everyone, I've done a few laps and all I have to say is that I'm speechless. This is really, really immersive and just like a really unbelievable experience. I really need to get these graphics fixed though, because they're really not cutting it. Everything is just way too blurry and flickery, and we'll try and figure out why that is. See if we can get a bit of a better experience in that regard. I also need to fix my audio, and I also need to try and fix a couple other settings to see if we can have a better experience overall. But so far, already in this state, it's insanely fun and I'm just really, really enjoying it. My best lap time is actually about a second and a half off of my best ever lap here in this car at this track. And yeah, there was definitely more time on the table, but also like driving in VR definitely requires some getting used to. So as always guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider liking, consider subscribing, and especially do subscribe if you like VR racing, because I'm definitely gonna be putting out VR racing videos in the near future, so make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're interested in that. As always, have a great week and I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys.